You're watching NHK Newsline. I'm Kaneko Sakno. Agricultural ministers from the Group of 20 economies have wrapped up 2 days of talks in Niigata, central Japan. The meeting was the first in a series leading up to the G20 summit that will be held in Osaka in June. The delegates released a statement focusing on how to maintain a stable food supply as the global population grows. It calls on the members to use artificial intelligence and other technologies to improve productivity in farming. It also urges them to reduce food waste.
It's significant for the future of agriculture that members confirm the importance of sharing their knowledge.
Japan's Agriculture Minister Takamori Yoshikawa chaired the meeting. He says the participants praised the food served to them that was made with ingredients from areas hit by the 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Yoshikawa met separately with the Chinese and South Korean farm ministers on Sunday. Yoshikawa called on both countries to lift restrictions on Japanese food imports that were put in place after the Fukushima nuclear accident. The Chinese delegates reportedly seemed sympathetic to Japan's position, but no further progress was made on the issue. The South Korean minister told NHK that he would convey Japan's request to his government. US President Donald Trump is telling China that now is the time to make a trade deal. Negotiators from the two countries failed to narrow their differences during talks in Washington last week. Trump tweeted on Saturday that the deal would become far worse for China if it's negotiated after he begins a second term in office. On Friday, Trump raised tariffs from 10 to 25% on $200 billion of imports from China. His administration has begun procedures to increase tariffs on all remaining Chinese imports, worth about $300 billion. Beijing is likely to take steps of its own. Trump is taking a tougher stance on China as US economic figures and stocks make steady gains. A wide gap between nuclear and non-nuclear states has hampered efforts to adopt a consensus document at the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons Treaty preparatory session. Delegates from about 190 member states were attempting to draft a set of recommendations before next year's review. 2 weeks of meetings at the UN headquarters in New York ended on Friday. The United States and Russia engaged in mutual criticism, while nuclear and non-nuclear states remained divided on how the disarmament process should advance. The president-designate of the 2020 meeting, Ambassador Rafael Grossi from Argentina, acknowledged the differences among members. However, he insisted all countries agree that the treaty is an essential instrument of international law that must be preserved and strengthened.
That is going to help me reach out to them and try to extract whatever political will be there to come to agreements.
A Japanese-style technical college has opened in Bangkok. For the first year, it had admitted only 1 out of 10 applicants to the class of 24 students. The school will provide 5 years of practical study under a curriculum arranged by Japan's National Institute of Technology. The students do not have to pay tuition and can apply for scholarships to cover other expenses. 8 of the instructors are from Japan.
I hope the students will become creative engineers who can compete on a global level. And I believe this will also help development in Thailand, as well as other countries.
A 15-year-old student expressed high hopes for the future.
I want to become a great engineer who can make a contribution to this society.
The students will also take Japanese language courses so that the graduates will be attractive candidates to Japanese companies in the Bangkok area. Turning now to sports. Japan's sprinter Abdul Hakim Sani Brown has broken the 10-second barrier in the men's 100 metres. Sani Brown was competing in the Southeast Conference Championships. In the final race, he came in at 9.99 seconds. He won the championship and qualified for the Tokyo Olympics next year. The 20-year-old is the second Japanese to come in under 10 seconds, following Yoshihide Kiryu, who marked 9.98 in 2017.
やるべきことをやろうということで、一応集中はして一本一本行こうかなと思ってました。正直そんなに速く走ってる感じはなかったですね。いつも通りの走りをして、フィニッシュした感じですね。
And in Major League Baseball, Los Angeles Angels' Shohei Ohtani played as a designated hitter in his 5th game in a row after recovering from an elbow injury. In his 3rd time at bat, he hit a single, creating a chance to earn a score. And in the 9th inning, with a runner on second, Ohtani swung at a breaking ball. The Angels beat the Orioles 7-2.
来た球をしっかり打ちたいなと思ってたので、いい時っていうのはああいうのにしっかり反応できたりとか、ファウルにしないでしっかりヒットゾーンに飛ばすことができたりとかするので、いい傾向かなと思います。
People in northeastern Japan gathered at a river on Sunday for a competition of traditional horseback archery known as yabusame. More than 20 archers in samurai costumes showed off their skills on Sunday in Sagai City, Yamagata Prefecture. They shot arrows at 3 targets while thundering down a 180-meter course on horseback. Their score is based on the number of hits and how fast they finish. Spectators cheered when the sharpshooters nailed the targets.
Female archers are cool. I want to try it too.
Yabusame has long been held as a ritual at a Shinto shrine in the area, but a group of local residents turned it into a sporting event 3 years ago to help popularize the celebration. People visiting the city of Gifu in central Japan have seen that sometimes it takes a bird to catch a fish. Fishermen on the Nagara River use cormorants to catch sweet fish. The custom is more than 1,300 years old. Boats line up side by side and drive the fish into the shallows. Fishermen guide the cormorants with leashes. A bird takes a fish in its mouth. It's pulled back into the boat. A cord around the cormorant's neck prevents it from swallowing its catch.
Very nice.
It was great. It was really fantastic.
I was so impressed with the fisherman's skill.
Cormorant fishing on the river continues through October 15th. City officials expect the event to draw 115,000 visitors during the season, more than last year when record rainfall kept the crowds away. Now here's your 3-day world weather forecast. That wraps up this edition of NHK Newsline. I'm Kaneko Sakno in Tokyo. Thanks very much for joining us.